got Kayla Miracle out here at the OTC. Talk about what's going on this week with the camp.
This week we're just training with the Team USA National Team and also the Canadian National Team. Just grinding, getting some different partners, different feels, and learning as much as we can.
It's always fun, I'm sure, to come out here with the other, like with the U.S. National Team, but now you get even more people with the Canadian National Team. What's that been like, working with them?
It's awesome because I get to wrestle some of these people in competitions, not just, the U.S. Open, but, at Pan Ams or Worlds, things like that. So it's nice to be able to practice with them and feel how they are. And if you watch Tanya's interview or like the Q&A, she was saying how she loved that. She loved working like with her opponents and just like figuring them out and learning from them. And I think it's a lot of fun to be able to do that.
Would you say there's any like major differences between the Canadian and American styles?
Not huge that I've noticed. Not in comparison to like our style versus the Russian style. It's pretty similar. I think they have a little bit of a different mindset because we've trained folk style all our lives. So maybe in that sense, but for the most part it's pretty similar.
So first semester you were kind of all over the place, traveling from place to place, doing competition to competition. You've gotten some rest time. How are you feeling now?
I'm feeling much better. Last semester I was just beat to a pulp. I was struggling. I wasn't having fun in the room anymore. I took some much needed time off over the holiday season. Went to my mom's house, didn't work out, didn't do anything actually. And I came back, and getting back and being ready for national duels was tough, but I survived. I made it up the incline, so I'm not back to 100%, but I'm happier in the room, and I think that's really important. If you're in the room and you're not happy and you're not having fun, then you're not going to get any better. It's just wasted time. So.
Last time I saw you was at U23 Worlds. Obviously not the finish that you wanted, but certainly a learning experience, I'm sure. Can you expand on that?
A lot of what we've been working on here and in our college room is wrestling with the lead. In that last match, I had the lead and I did some things that I shouldn't have done, and I lost the match there. And so just situational wrestling, but then also little technical things, breaking down my shots and my attacks and how I set them up or how I finish them. So.
You still have a couple weeks, I guess, left of the WCWA season. Is there going to be any overlap for you between that and maybe any national, international things?
I don't think so. I'll have the Sweden tour right after WCWA's, but I don't think we have anything before then.
So you'll be going for your 4th national title. Is there pressure at all?
There is a lot of pressure. Even last year, right after the finals, I immediately felt it. I was like, man, I'm in the position to do, what Helen and Victoria and all of them have done, and Emily, So there's like that pressure, but I was just talking to Mallory about it this morning. She's just like, don't even let that be an option. Just go out there and just dominate. Do what you do. Wrestle and have fun. And that's all I really need to do. And as long as I'm wrestling my style and enjoying it, I don't think that I should even be giving up points. I should go in there with the mindset to dominate and to just put the exclamation point on that college career.
So what does your training look like from now until then? Is there still any rest time for you, or are you back into it?
Well, we just finished with National Duals, so we came back early for that. We're hitting it hard there, and then we had the weekend off, came here. My flight got canceled, so I was supposed to be here Monday, or Sunday night actually. Didn't get here until Monday night. So we're here this week, hitting it hard, and then we're going to go back. There's the Tornado Open this weekend. We'll get back on Saturday night, so Coral and I aren't going to go to that, and then there's the Bearcat Open the next weekend, and I don't think I'll be going to that. I think some of our girls will. I have my seed. I just want to be fresh. I want to be, feeling good and healthy for that. And then we have one duel against Emmanuel, which we had a tight duel with them at National Duals, so that'll be a good Friday night, get to show the school what we have one last time before we take the big stage.
You've mentioned National Duals a couple of times. You guys won your first national team title. You were obviously excited, I saw from social media. Just talk about what that was like, especially that final duel. It was a close one.
Yeah, both the semifinal and the finals, our lightweights didn't have the performance that we had hoped for. We lost the first 4 or 5 matches. I think in both of them we lost the first 5. So we went in having a huge deficit, and it was just crazy to like have everyone lifting each other up and just being in the position. I was like, before the match, the finals match, I was super excited, I was super anxious, and I was more anxious than I have ever been for any of my individual national titles, you know, and I was like, I don't know if it's because I can't control, you know, the other matches, you know, my teammates, you know, I can't go out there and wrestle for them, you know, I can just sit back and cheer. But then I was like, actually, it's probably because I just care more, you know? Like, our team has been through so much, you know? We've had the grind together, we've, like, gone through adversity, you know, we've had people miss weight, we've been so close, you know, things like that. And just, like, finally being in that position to, like, finally strike and get it once we, like, won that final match, you know, we didn't even need to win it, but, like, Kate Hill put the exclamation point on it and got the girl on her back, you know, won it on criteria, you know, it was amazing. It was like one of those feelings that I'll never forget.
You bumped up a couple weight classes for that. We've seen that from you before. When you get in situations like that, how do you kind of maintain knowing that you're giving up a lot of weight to a girl?
Well, a big thing is I cannot get underneath of them, which I did a few times, you know. My coach told me, he's like, hey, they're big, they're heavy, you know, outside shots only, you know, you gotta move them, you have to use your speed, because, you know, a 155 pounder should never be faster than a 130, 136 pounder, you know, that's just how that should be. So I need to be using that speed and using the misdirections and like staying on my like sweeps versus, you know, going right in for a double, you know. So just knowing that if I can get them off balance and snap them and catching those front headlocks, it's a lot safer for me. Physically, just on my body, you know, just getting stretched out, but then mentally, you know, anytime you're stuck underneath and you get a stalemate, it's really frustrating in a match. So just remembering to be athletic. Really.
Team coming off an exciting team performance. What's the feeling like in the room? Are they ready to win a national title at WCWA? It's going to be a cool team race, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough one. You know, McKendree has a lot of great people. Simon Fraser, they won at National Duals, and they have a solid lineup, you know. But I think we're just focusing on us, you know. We're trying to figure out who's going to be at what weight, you know, because that middle section for us is kind of like a death row, you know. Once you hit it, you know, the team's so strong. So we're trying to figure out who's going down to 23, who's going up to 36, you know, spreading it out, who's going to have, which weights we're going to have 2 people in, things like that. And we're just kind of grinding and getting better every day, you know, fixing those little things, you know, trying to peak just for the right moment. Any
idea on where we can expect to see you?
I would assume 136. That's where I've been the last 3 years. I usually wrestle 130 during the season, and then it just makes more sense for the team for me to go up, you know, because I've had a lot of experience wrestling the bigger and stronger girls, so I can handle it on that stage. So.
Cool. Well, good luck at WCWA's.